Hi, I'm Tracy, VE3TWM. Thank you for tuning in to Outdoors on the Air. Have you ever been out HF portable with an antenna for 40 meters or 20 meters or even both and wished you had the capability to work an additional band? An extra band to give you the chance to make more contacts. A band that can be counted on to have activity. A band that is not as susceptible to the ravages of the low end of the sunspot cycle. I have. The ideal band to add to your repertoire, especially if you are trying to work single sideband, is 80 meters. 80 meters is far less subject to poor conditions than the higher bands, and can usually be relied upon for consistent range day in and day out. There are many regional nets on 80, along with special event stations. 80 is a great choice for HF portable. If you'd like to add 80 meters to your HF portable game, the only logistics holding you back from getting on 80 are enough real estate to put up a full-sized half-wave antenna and the antenna itself. If you have the space to put up a wire of that length, the HyEndFed Field Day antenna is an interesting choice. While the product name certainly hints at its suitability for the annual Field Day contest, there is no need to restrict its deployment to that event. This antenna has been designed with all HF portable activities in mind. It's a well-built antenna that will withstand all the abuse that comes with multiple field deployments. Earlier this year, I posted a video entitled HyEndFed Field Day Antenna, First Look. In that video, I gave an overview of the features of this antenna and then showed how it performed in a compromise installation. I was forced to deploy the antenna as an inverted V in a compact campsite, which is not ideal. Due to the layout of that campsite, the inverted V was compromised horizontally as well as vertically. It's important to note that even in that setup, I had no trouble making multiple contacts. But this time around, I want to see how well the antenna performs in one of its preferred configurations. For the record, High-End Company recommends installing the Field Day antenna in one of 3 configurations. A sloper, as a horizontal up high and in the clear, or as an inverted L. Today I've erected it as a sloper. The high end is affixed to the top of my DX wire 15-meter tall telescopic fiberglass mast. The antenna comes down to my operating position at the far end of the campsite to where my tent has been erected. To add to the challenge, I'll be using my Yaesu FT817ND set to 5 watts RF output and will be communicating solely using single sideband voice. I've checked the SWR across the bands, and the antenna is performing up to spec. I won't need to use a tuner on any of the bands I intend to operate on. Just before seeing how it does, let's review the main features of the antenna. The Field Day antenna covers 8 bands: 80 meters, 40 meters, 30 meters, 20 meters, 17 meters, 15 meters, 12 meters, and 10 meters. The only bands you'll need a tuner for are 30 meters and parts of 80 meters. Maximum power rating is 100 watts. The compact matching unit enclosure is rugged and water-resistant ABS IP65. A silver Teflon BNC connection is provided. There are 2 strain relief points on the matching unit for safe, secure mounting. The antenna length is 40 meters, or about 120 feet. Given its intended purpose as a temporary antenna, the radiator plugs into the matching unit rather than being permanently connected. The plug and jack form a waterproof seal to protect the internal components. Along the radiator, you'll find a frequency compensation coil. Its function is to ensure the antenna is resonant on the 17-meter through 10-meter bands. If the coil was pulled out to its full length, the resonant frequency on 20 meters would be 14,400 kilohertz, and on 10 meters, it would be 30 megahertz. Further down, you'll find a socket to accommodate one of 3 plugs. Each plug is set to allow a 2-to-1 SWR coverage of a specific 200 kilohertz segment of the 80-meter band. Plugs are provided for 3.5, 3.7, and 3.9 megahertz. The antenna sells for $183 US. Ron at HyEnd Company recommends the use of an optional line isolator, also known as a common mode choke, with the field day antenna. Ron told me that using a line isolator is preferable to using a ground wire and a ground rod. When using a long ground wire, the wire can act like part of the antenna. If that happens, the antenna system's efficiency will be seriously compromised. Best practice for end-fed antennas is to use a coaxial counterpoise at the antenna's feed point, followed by a line isolator. The coaxial counterpoise should be 0.05 lambda, also known as wavelength, of the lowest band the antenna is resonant on. A line isolator prevents common mode current, which can result in RF at the operating station. In this case, the field day antenna's lowest band is 80 meters. The approximate length of the counterpoise for the field day antenna is just over 6 feet. For this test, I'll be using HyEnd Company's portable line isolator. It sells for $73 US. On that note, beware of line isolators that cost significantly less. Their claims do not match their performance. In the near future, I will be releasing a video that specifically addresses the topic of line isolators. Watch for that video. Now let's get on the air and see if anyone hears me. I'm going to focus on 80 meters, as the ability to operate on 80 is a key feature of this antenna.
This is Kilowatt 3 Lima Radio in Pennsylvania. Kilo 3 Lima Radio. Call.
Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Mike QRP portable.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Mike. Sorry about that. K3 Lima Radio. Yeah, you're coming in okay. Go ahead.
Hey there, name here is Tracy, Tango Romeo, Alpha Charlie Yankee. I am operating portable. I'm running a 5-watt station with the Yaesu FT817 into an 80 through 10 end-fed antenna.
Okay, well, it's working. The 5 watts is getting out. No problem. Yeah, Tracy, sounding good. No problem there with the QRP. Hear you just fine down here. We're about 90 miles north of Pittsburgh and the far west side of Pennsylvania. My name is Al, Alpha Lima. 595 for you in the contest. If you're in the contest, if you're not, no big deal.
Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Mike, Tango Whiskey Mexico.
Okay, Roger. Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Michael. That's who I have there, KD2 FTA relaying. Yep, I got him out. Okay, let's go take the portable station. Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Mike up in Ontario, Canada portable. You are up in the main potato net.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I'll keep it short because I don't know how strong my station is. I've set up a temporary station on QRP to work some CQ worldwide single sideband, and was happy to note you folks are active on this frequency, so I thought I'd give you a call. Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Mike, back to KB2 FTA.
All right, Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Mike, this is Kilo Delta 2 Julia Kilo Victor. You're about 5'8", coming in about 5'8" here in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Go ahead.
Well, that's a great signal report for my mediocre station here. Thank you very much. You're booming into Southern Ontario. Nice chatting with you, WA2FON. By the way, what was the name there?
Yeah, the name's Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie.
And what's your location, Mark?
I'm in the Beebe Hill State Forest in Columbia County, New York. That's eastern New York along the Massachusetts border.
Okay, by the way, you're peaking at 5.8 here. You're doing a great job. Okay, good. You're doing an awesome job. How high do you have that antenna up?
Oh, it's about 30 to 40 feet up, and it's in contact with a couple of tree limbs, and it's a heavily forested area.
Well, that must have taken some doing to get up, but it is performing very well. Thanks for the contact, Mark. Really appreciate it.
All right, 7-3, WA2FON portable.
Okay, not bad. Some northeastern U.S. stations heard me with no issues. You'll notice they were relatively close to my location in southern Ontario. This is no doubt due to my antenna being close to the ground, which is making it act as a near vertical incident skywave antenna on 80 and 40 meters. The performance gives me confidence in the antenna's ability to act as a field day performer. Now let's try to make a couple of contacts in the 2019 CQ Worldwide Single Sideband DX contest. That's always a true test of a portable station due to the crowded bands. I'll move up to 40 meters as I've noticed a lack of stations on 80 who are actively working the contest.
Very good. VE3TWM. K1 Tango Tango Tango. 59.5.
Copy 59.5. Please copy 59.4.
QSL, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, big signal. Zulu Foxtrot 1 Alpha.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Whiskey Mike.
E3TWG 598.
Correction on the call sign. Victor Echo 3, Tango Whiskey Mexico.
Okay, it's Tango Whiskey Golf, Roger.
Negative. Tango Whiskey Mike. Tango Whiskey Mike.
Okay, Tango Whiskey Mike, you're 598.
594.
Thank you, Zulu Foxtrot 1 Alpha. November 1 United Radio. November 1 United Radio. Contest.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Whiskey Mike.
Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Mike 595.
Roger 594.
Go ahead, Sam.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Whiskey Mike.
Victor Echo 3 Tango Whiskey Mike 595.
Roger 594.
Thanks, K1KP.
Once again, I have tested a HyEndFed antenna that works, and works very well. If my 5-watt signal can make the type of contacts that you've just witnessed, imagine how well it will perform with 20, 50, or 100 watts. If you are interested in a no-compromise full-length antenna for field day or other portable applications, and you have the space to set it up, I can highly recommend the HyEndFed Field Day Antenna. Check the description of this video for a link to the HyEndFed site for more information on the Field Day Antenna. I'd like to thank Ron of the HyEnd Company for sending me the Field Day Antenna to review. I'd also like to thank you for watching this video. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Now it's your turn. Get out of the shack, get outdoors, and get on the air. 73 from Tracy, VE3 TWM.